Oh, hi there. I'd like to talk to you about Led Zeppelin. So the Led Zeppelin discography on vinyl is mine. Oddly enough, the first one was the last one I needed to complete the collection. Obviously, I could have eBayed these through the years, but these were all picked up in person except for one. I kind of wanted to lengthen the excitement of trying to get the whole collection. Got a nice box set here of Jimmy Page and his session work prior to that. He did the solo on Mellow Yellow. He also worked on this famous LP, Joe Cocker. Pictures on the back there. This is a shot of their first gig as a band, and just weeks into their career they recorded this first album with Jimmy Page at the helm as producer. This was the 7-inch single put out on Atlantic. It's a nice find. So with this I completed my collection, and here we go. We'll go through them. Which brings us to Led Zeppelin II, one of the most famous rock albums in history. Nice gatefold here. Side 2 is just a monster side. They never played Livin', Lovin', Made. I think Jimmy Page said that's his least favorite Zeppelin song. I don't know why. So here's Led Zeppelin III with the famous pinwheel cover and the all-acoustic side 2. Tangerine and Since I've Been Loving You are fantastic tracks off here. Really cool album given to me by my aunt. I've got the later pressing with the red Atlantic labels, you'll notice. Really like this one though. On to the fourth Zeppelin album, simply referred to as Led Zeppelin, Led Zeppelin IV, the four symbols. No one knows what to call this thing because there's no writing on the outside, not even a catalog number. This was all done on purpose. But I mentioned I had been collecting since 2001. You used to be able to find this in Salvation Armies for 75 cents. Now you can't get it for less than 10 bucks in your record store. There's the nice gatefold image. Stairway lyrics. There's the four symbols that represent each member. Which brings us to the fifth album, Houses of the Holy, the first Zeppelin album with a proper title. Trippy gatefold cover there. I found this at Neptune Records. It's a very nice copy. This album contains one of my favorite songs, No Quarter. And I'm wondering, this instance, this song, Houses of the Holy, was cut from this record, which was the title track of the record. It shows up on the next album. I'm just wondering if you've ever heard of another band doing that. It's a pretty strange move. Fantastic album. On to physical Graffiti. This is the hardest one to find in person. I paid 34 bucks for this, or no, 30 bucks at the Neptune record meet here in Vancouver. It's a monstrous, epic rock album. Double LP. Each window was a different image, so you could kind of customize your own album cover. But In My Time of Dying on this is one of my favorite Zeppelin tracks. And I think this might be the first instance of the Swan Song label in the catalog. Then in the catalog we hit Presence, which is a famous album cover designed by Storm Thorgerson. Hopes that's how you say it, but he's designed countless legendary studio album covers, so check these out. That's all him. He's a legend, this guy. And with Presence, they've got this black statuette that figures prominently in all these pictures here. I'm not sure what the meaning is behind it, but you can even see a drawing on it on the blackboard back there. Another Swan Song label. Which brings us into Song Remains the Same. Now this is the soundtrack from the VHS tape. It comes with a nice paper booklet inside. Double LP gatefold. I think Dazed and Confused is 24 minutes plus maybe on this. I don't know. This is at their arena rock heights. I've heard some people criticize it, but this is one of my, if not my favorite live album of all time. I love this No Quarter into Stairway. Now we've got In Through the Outdoor with the paper bag, the famous paper bag cover. They wanted to prove that they could sell something with no art. Now this sleeve comes in many different variations. You've got this swipe in the middle that kind of alludes to some color being swiped off. I've got the C jacket. There's like A, B, C, D, E, F, maybe up to G, different angles of it. So like I said, the swipe on the front cover is sort of a hint, an indication at the inner sleeve. In record stores, you're lucky to find an In Through the Outdoor with the paper bag. Then if you open it up and there's an unwashed sleeve, it's called, you're even luckier. I've got an unwashed inner sleeve here that I am going to try for the first time ever. I've never done it. I've seen them colored in record stores, but let's try it out for you here. Damp cloth, inner sleeve. Not much happening there. Little bit, I think. I think the ink's just old as hell. You can see some red pigment up here. Yeah, I think some color came out here. I'm sure it was much more amazing in the late 70s. But there you go. Now this side worked better. Now I have a washed sleeve. Pretty cool. Way ahead of their time in packaging. The band was in turmoil at this point. Jimmy Page, heavily addicted to heroin. Robert Plant, during the Presence sessions, was confined to a wheelchair from a car crash. His son suddenly passed away. John Paul Jones was pushed to the forefront for producing, hence the synthesizer heavy stuff on Presence. And of course, Bonzo passed away. And what was left was finished and half-finished studio tracks that Jimmy Page then worked with and made Coda, the final album. Gatefold collage of the band spanning the career there, thus bringing to end the 10 albums of Zeppelin's catalog. Thanks for watching. Hope you had fun. Bye-bye.